Reuters news agency is reporting that Costco is giving most of its hourly employees a pay raise. That's according to a memo sent to employees. Over the next 3 years, some workers will see their wages rise to more than $30 an hour.
Here are 5 things I learned at Costco's headquarters in Washington. 1, Kirkland Signature is a negotiating tool that Costco can use to get lower prices from name brand manufacturers.
The FDA is escalating its recall of Costco eggs to its highest risk level. Federal food regulators raising the alarm to include risks of severe illness or death.
Costco is a shopper's paradise. Oversized snacks, low prices, and that $1.50 hot dog we all pretend isn't part of the reason we came. But behind the bulk deals and smiling sample stations, there's a hidden side to the food they sell. From misleading labels to psychological sales tricks, Costco's food court, bakery, and grocery aisles are filled with secrets most customers never notice. Until now, these are 10 Costco food secrets they definitely don't want you to know. And once you hear them, you'll never shop the same way again. It's the most iconic deal in retail history, the legendary Costco hot dog and soda combo for just $1.50. It's been that price since 1985, and despite inflation, rising food costs, and changes in the economy, it hasn't budged a cent. But what if we told you that hot dog isn't really about feeding you, it's about controlling you? That $1.50 combo is one of the biggest psychological tools Costco uses to make you feel like you're winning. It builds trust. It makes shoppers think if this deal is so good, everything else must be a bargain too. And that's exactly the point. It's called a loss leader, a product sold below cost to get you in the door, distract you from the bigger price tags, and keep you emotionally loyal. But here's what makes it more than just a cheap lunch. The hot dog is placed right near the store exit. You don't eat it when you arrive. You eat it after you've already spent hundreds of dollars. It's a reward, it's closure, and it's a distraction. While you're sipping that soda and telling yourself you got a good deal, you're less likely to think about the impulse buys, the oversized packs, or the items you didn't actually need. Costco doesn't mind losing a few cents on that meal because they've already made hundreds off your cart. So yes, the hot dog deal is real, but what it buys isn't just your lunch, it's your loyalty. When you see the Kirkland Signature logo at Costco, you probably assume it's Costco's in-house brand, something made by them, for them, at a cheaper price. But here's the truth, Kirkland Signature products aren't always made by Costco at all. In fact, many of them are produced by the exact same major brands you already know, just with a different label. That Kirkland ground coffee. But the truth, not everything in that bakery is as fresh as it seems. In fact, many of those picture-perfect baked goods are not made from scratch in store at all. They're pre-made in industrial facilities, frozen, and shipped in bulk to Costco locations across the country. Once they arrive, employees bake them off in the store ovens and put them directly on display. So technically, yes, they're baked in store, but the dough, the ingredients, the actual preparation, that happened weeks ago, somewhere else. This is especially true for muffins, croissants, danishes, and even some of those beloved chocolate chip cookies. It's all about scale. Costco serves millions of customers, and making every single item from scratch would be impossible. So they rely on central production to keep things consistent and fast. It doesn't mean the products are bad. Many are high quality. But it does mean that fresh isn't always what it sounds like. It's part of the illusion. Warm ovens, shiny trays, and rows of perfect pastries. But next time you bite into that blueberry muffin, remember, it may have started its journey in a freezer, not a mixing bowl. Costco's rotisserie chicken is legendary, juicy, hot, and only $4.99. It's one of the best food deals you'll find anywhere. But here's the twist. Costco isn't making money on that chicken. In fact, they're likely losing money every time you buy it. So why sell it so cheap? Because it's not about the chicken, it's about keeping you in the store. That $4.99 bird is a classic loss leader, a product priced below cost to drive foot traffic. But Costco takes it even further. They place the rotisserie chickens all the way at the back of the store in the farthest corner from the entrance. Why? Because to get there, you have to walk past giant packs of snacks, drinks, and pre-cooked meals. Most people don't go straight to the back. They browse along the way, and while they're browsing, they fill their cart. By the time you grab that chicken, you've already picked up way more than you planned. And here's the kicker. It works. The rotisserie chicken is one of the most effective sales tools in the entire store. It creates the feeling that you're getting an incredible deal, which makes you more comfortable spending extra elsewhere. It's not just dinner, it's a distraction, a reward, and a trigger for overspending all in one. So next time you grab that golden chicken, remember, you didn't just win, Costco did. At Costco, the green and white USDA organic label feels like a badge of trust. Whether it's produce, snacks, or meat, you assume you're getting cleaner, healthier, and more carefully sourced food. But the truth? Not all organic products at Costco are what you think. While they technically meet USDA standards, many of Costco's organic products come from large-scale industrial farms that operate on a completely different level than the small local farms people usually imagine. These mega farms find legal ways to meet the minimum organic criteria, avoiding synthetic pesticides and using approved fertilizers, but they still rely on mass production, monoculture crops, and even imported labor and goods from countries where organic regulations are looser or harder to enforce. Some organic items, especially imported ones, have been flagged in past audits for failing to meet strict guidelines, but they still make it to shelves. Why? Because enforcement is thin and demand for organic food is sky high. Costco capitalizes on the perception that organic equals better, and for many items, it is a healthier choice. But it's not always small scale, ethical, or local. In fact, much of it is produced using the same large supply chains as conventional food, just with different methods and labels. So the next time you reach for that organic sticker, ask yourself, is it really what it seems? Or just a cleaner label on the same industrial system? One of the biggest reasons people shop at Costco is for the bulk snacks. Huge tubs of trail mix, oversized cookie boxes, party-sized chips, and family packs of granola bars. It feels like you're saving money by buying more. But here's what most people don't realize. Some of those bulk snacks are closer to expiration than you think. Why? Because many of them are made using surplus ingredients or warehouse overstock from large food manufacturers. These companies need to move inventory fast before it expires, and Costco is the perfect outlet. The products are repackaged into massive quantities, slapped with the Kirkland label or a recognizable brand, and sold in bulk at attractive prices. But the catch is in the fine print. Look at the expiration date and you'll notice it's often just weeks or a couple months away, especially compared to smaller packaged versions in regular grocery stores. Costco counts on the fact that most shoppers aren't checking, and because the packages are so large, many people end up wasting part of what they bought because they can't finish it before it goes stale. So while the price per unit might look like a deal, the short shelf life means you're not always saving. You're just buying more than you can use. That's the trick. At Costco, value isn't just about price. It's about whether you can actually finish what you bought. Costco's food court pizza is a fan favorite. Massive slices, gooey cheese, and that signature Costco flavor you can smell from halfway across the store. It looks fresh, it tastes great, and it's cheap. But here's the part customers never see. Behind the counter, things can get messy, go fast. Former employees have come forward saying that during peak hours, cleanliness often takes a back seat to speed. When the line is wrapped around the food court and orders are flying in, workers are under pressure to crank out pizzas as fast as possible. And when that happens, cleaning the prep areas, wiping down surfaces, or sanitizing utensils becomes an afterthought. Some workers admit they go entire shifts without being able to clean their stations properly. Dough may be reused from earlier in the day, cheese gets scooped from bins without changing gloves, and ovens aren't always wiped down between batches. And while Costco does have strict food safety standards on paper, real-life execution depends on who's working and how busy they are. Add to that the fact that many stores operate with minimal food court staff, and it's no surprise that things slip through the cracks. It's not about bad ingredients, it's about a lack of time, help, and oversight. So the next time you bite into that perfectly melted slice, just remember, it tastes great, yes, but you don't want to see how the kitchen looked during the lunch rush. Everyone loves Costco samples. You grab a bite of sausage, sip some smoothie, maybe try a cracker you didn't plan on buying, all while casually shopping. But here's what most people don't realize. Those free samples are part of a much bigger system designed to track your behavior. It's not just about giving you a taste, it's about seeing what you do after. Costco works with third-party vendors that don't just hand out food. They collect data on what you sample, what you buy immediately after, and how sampling affects store-wide sales patterns. Every time you try something and toss it into your cart, it sends a signal. That signal gets tracked, not through a camera pointed at you personally, but through purchase trends, location-based sales data, and even membership profiles linked to your buying habits. Over time, Costco builds a profile of what works and what doesn't, which samples convert to sales, which items go viral, which ones bomb. That data helps determine everything from product placement to pricing, and even whether a product stays on shelves or gets pulled. So yes, that sample felt like a gift, but it's not free. You're part of a live test, and the results are used to reshape the entire shopping experience. It's smart, it's subtle, and most shoppers have no idea it's happening. Welcome to the science of snacking. Costco is built on the promise of saving big. Giant packages, bulk deals, and low per unit prices make it feel like every purchase is a win. But here's the truth, you're not always saving. And in some cases, you're spending way more than you need to. It's all part of the illusion of value. Costco displays prices with per unit breakdowns to make items look cheaper than at a regular store. But when you do the math, some of those deals are actually equal to or even more expensive than what you'd pay in a normal size package elsewhere. The catch? You're buying more, way more. And that's where Costco profits. You walk in for a few essentials, but the oversized packaging and bulk pricing trigger a spending mindset. You start thinking, well, I'm here. Might as well stock up. Before you know it, your cart is full of things you didn't plan to buy and may not even use before they go bad. The savings per ounce or per item may be tiny, but the total bill, massive. That's not an accident. Costco's entire model is based on limited selection, warehouse design, and curated deals that make you feel like you're outsmarting the system while spending hundreds. So yes, you may be saving a little, but you're likely spending a lot more. And that's the trick. At Costco, you don't just walk out with what you need. You walk out with what they wanted you to buy. So the next time you're walking through Costco with a cart full of snacks and samples, take a second look. Not everything is as fresh, honest, or budget friendly as it seems. From the bakery to the food court, what looks like a great deal might just be a clever trick. If you've seen something unusual while shopping at Costco or worked behind the scenes, drop your story in the comments. We're reading all of them. And if you want more insider truths from the places you thought you knew, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This was just the beginning.